Alright guys, Ronin Man here. Hey, I just did a quick video. I just thought of something that I so often hear when it comes to men and women relationships, and that is that let's say that it's better not to be married, it's better not to have kids, life is better, you have more money, you get more enjoyment, you can travel more, you can do so many things, and that the studies prove that people are less happy with kids, you know, so it's just fine, you know, whatever, you know, but it's somehow it's a sacred thing, you know. Oh, don't say that. Oh, what would happen? Here's the first thing you're gonna get whenever you choose this path. You're gonna get, the first thing you're gonna get is what if everybody did that? Humanity would not survive, right? Humanity would not survive. So this is the first thing. I mean, like literally, you're sitting here talking about your personal choices, your personal decisions, and the first thing you hear is you're gonna kill humanity, okay? So now, the first thing you gotta think about is, when was the last time you started a trend that altered human history? Like, just think of how many times, you know, just count, go back in your notes and look through your, you know, old diary and stuff, and times that you change the course of history for the mass majority of humans, or even all humans in this case, you know, pretty much, right? So to destroy humanity, you pretty much have to influence over 50% of people, you personally, right? So probably not too many, you know, if you're like me. You know, you might have a great life and have done some cool things, but it's not the same as influencing humanity and destroying humanity. So why does this pop up so fast? Well, it's just sheer stupidity, really. It's really just sheer stupidity, you know, because it's just a knee-jerk, dumb reaction trying to get you to shut up, you know. People do not want you to be smart, to have an idea, to make a decision that doesn't fall into society's, you know, it doesn't help. You know, they're what are they doing? It's just knee-jerk reactions. Two things. One is just sheer stupidity, okay, just like bad arguments, you know. But the other thing is there's this kind of, I don't know, like defense of society, kind of generally. It doesn't mean anything. They're not really trying to do anything. Like, the people that say that very well might not have kids, as if they've proven that this is the best thing a man could do. And, you know, with such a large population in the world, it's really unlikely that they're even close to the truth, not to mention the fact that they haven't taken the time to think it out about what they're saying. So don't let basically idiots, you know, alter your, even like slightly, you know what I mean? Like, even like fucking slightly. You don't want them to alter your thinking or your kind of life, you know? Just like these dumb arguments come up, and it's like, especially if it comes from your mother or something like that, it's very, I know it can be quite jarring, like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? You know, am I a bad person because I make this decision? I think about this, like, okay, every time you buy a computer, right, they have to mine minerals and things like that to get it, you know, to make it and stuff. I mean, do people ask you every time you buy, like, when you walk in an Apple store, does anybody stand outside and say, hey, you know, what have you done to destroy humanity? Have you thought about humanity when you bought this computer? Or do these people, when every time they got an airplane, do they ask themselves that? Do they have, like, do they tie themselves to the mast and beat themselves out of it every time they make a mistake about not fulfilling humanity? And when's the next time they're going to mention, you know, the defense of humanity as like their main, like, you know, goal in life, right? Just look at these people, look at their consistency, look at their argument, and then just tear it to shreds in your mind before you even hear it, because this is the best defense. The best defense is to have already thought about something. That's definitely the best defense. They've proven that many times when they take people who survive disasters and terrorist attacks and earthquakes and fires. It's always the one thing in common. It's not genius, and it's not bravery. It's simply checking for fire exits and checking way out before the accident occurred. So they have an idea, oh my gosh, if this happens, I'm gonna do X, you know? And so they've already thought about it once, and that saves their ass when it comes down to it, right? Because they don't have to go through the process in the middle of it. So when someone says this to you, and you're like busy eating dinner, you got a steak hanging out of your mouth or something, you know, it's kind of like, whoa, you know, like they're asking you a serious thing. You're gonna have to You're going to have to think. You're going to have to in real time while they're like pounding you with new questions, right? It's just such bullshit. So think about it in advance. These people are not. They have no interest in saving humanity. What I would say, like the first thing I would say is, okay, well, tell me about this. This seems a very interesting topic. You know, saving humanity. I'm interested in this topic. Let's put this particular thing aside. Let's talk about, you know, how much of your time you devote to keeping humanity population, you know, growing or stable or whatever. You get down deep. Like, what is your goal? Like, how long have you been doing it? How many years have you been a advocate for growing population? And they'll say, oh, never, right? Well, what are the statistics that, you know, bear this out? What historical precedent do we have here? Like, what is your, like, in other words, like, what is your school of thought? Who is your guru? Whose books have you read and studied and really, you know, learned it by rote? Because it's so important to you, obviously, you know, that you have such a grasp on this and such knowledge. You know, please let me know what your sources are and how you think about this, and let's get into the history of like the last time you've done this and what was the goal, what was the success. Have you had successes in saving humanity? You know, like how did you do it, and what did you do, and what numbers do you have, and how can I see it? You know, if you haven't had any success, if you've been a failure so far, what have you tried that failed, and what do you think is, what have you learned? You know, just get deep into it. Just turn it right back on them. Like, yeah, it seems like you're really into this. I appreciate that. I can respect that. So let's get in deep into it. What you think about this and what you've done personally. What kind of resources you put into, you know, into this goal that you have. And also I want to know your logic and your thinking and your statistics, right? Because you don't want to just like base your life on some stupid emotion, just runs up and down, and then tell people to make decisions about what they're supposed to do with their life based on some just knee-jerk, ill thought out reaction. And just keep grilling them, just keep going, just keep going deep until they finally admit, which is going to happen, that they're completely full of it. They've never done anything, they've never thought about it, they've never considered it, they've never even, like, it's very possible that you not having kids could actually save humanity, right? And that your friends not having kids could be good for humanity because of overpopulation. That's a possibility. I'm not saying that's a theory, it's true, you know, but obviously some people would say that is true. So turn the discussion into saving humanity, and get into the specifics and basically uncover them. Now, if they work at the WHO or something like that, and they, you know, they volunteered in the Philippines, say, saving people from disease, and they actually have a grasp on things, then you're going to be into an interesting discussion. So it's not just a name and shame thing. It's actually like, if you do find the rare person with a brain who believes and has their own, you know, they have their morals, they have their beliefs, they have a theory, they have statistics, they have a devotion to this important cause in their life, right? Because we're talking about a very important thing. We're not talking about some joke here. We're not talking about should you know, have chicken or fish. You know, they're laying some heavy shit on you, and you have to dig into that, because you say, well, look, you know, you laid, obviously you put the fate of humanity on my shoulders here, and I want to just, you know, I want to see how much you have, you know, contributed to this discussion, and how much either research or money or time or genius or brilliance, you know, and how you have forwarded it and what have been your goals. And, you know, just get into it, just get into specific, and just keep hounding them, just as they walk away, just keep asking them questions, like really rational, like, so basically you just said that like as a knee-jerk thing, right? Because like it doesn't mean like, and you could even ask them like, how many times in your life have you said this to women that decided not to have kids? How many times, when was the last time, can I talk to them? Do you have their phone number? Maybe you can speed dial them. The last time you told a woman that she's destroying humanity for not having kids, because that's seen as a very brave decision by many people, right? So just get into it with them. Don't shrink away, because that's what they want you to do. They want you to kind of like, they're just trying to like throw something at you. It's like you're running a race and they're just throwing like a barrel at your feet and trying to mess you up, right? That's all they're doing. And so don't let that happen. And if it does turn into a good discussion and you get into something deep with them, hey, all good, man. Nothing wrong with that, right? That's awesome. You know, if they end up being intelligent and having like good logic behind them, or even a good sense of humor, you know what I mean, about it, you know, it's all good. I appreciate discussion like that. I'm not totally like doing this in a sense of like I'm you know, trying to upset the apple cart. I'm open. Every once in a while you meet a true genius, and I think it's very important to have your eyes open. You know, have your life thought out. Have your eyes open. How you doing? Yeah, there you go.
Hello.
Okay, how you going there, guys? What's up, man? Rainy season. Rainy season.
Yes,
oh.
right until July, end of July.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, some very friendly people who are walking through rainy. I'm a bit wet here. I don't have my umbrella, but coming here to get some breakfast, munch out here. So either way, so thanks for watching, and you know, don't allow yourself to feel a tiny bit of guilt about these kind of things. You know, let yourself be free. Let yourself think. Let yourself, you know, don't be a pawn of some knee-jerk, ridiculous reaction that somebody has of you. All right, guys. So gonna take it here from here. I'm gonna head up to the get a little brekkie here, and appreciate you guys listening. I appreciate your likes and comments. That was a quick one, but man, I tell you, that's not a nice thing for people to say, to blame humanity on you. You know, like that's just mean, right? So be ready for it. Be ready for many, many mean things, but don't be mean back. See, you've thought about it in advance. You don't need a knee-jerk reaction. You can actually be intelligent. All right, hey girls, hey, my friend is here. Yeah. Okay, I go look for my friend. Thanks, guys.